Hi, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Snatchoween, the third video of 2021. And of course, it's another collab. This time I don't have a live interview, but I have Singapore's Queen of Halloween herself, Wink818, or also known as Lay, here to help me with my first time in prosthetics. Okay, she's an expert in prosthetics and SFX makeup. She looks amazing. Here's some of her looks, okay? I'm really happy she's here to help me today, okay, because this is the first time I'm actually trying prosthetics, okay, so we are going to go for male demons. So Snatch Wonder is back today, and if that's something you want to see, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Ring that bell for post notifications. I've got 2 more looks planned for Snatchoween, so stay tuned, okay, and share this with your friends, okay. I think it's quite exciting to use prosthetics. It's so easy to buy prosthetics nowadays. I'll leave some links down below and also where I got mine, alright? Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, I'm back. Blot my brows, okay, and put on my face tapes. This time my face tapes, I didn't put it up, but I put it this way, okay? So I want to get a more of a sultry male look. I'm just trying to go for a K-pop or a anime boy character, okay? Last time I tried it, I still looked really scruffy, so today we're just going to try something different. And I'm going to paint myself all pink, so I'll probably be stained for days, okay? Okay, so let's see what Wink181 or Lay has in store for us, okay, for the first tip on prosthetics.
Hi Victoria, thank you so much for having me in your channel. Hello everyone, my name is Lay and I am Wink818 on Instagram.
There she is. She's so cute.
And today we're going to be talking about prosthetics. So prosthetic comes in different materials, different sizes and forms, and we have the latex ones, foam latex, silicone, actually a whole lot of them. Some people also make them. You can make your own scar wax. Some people try the liquid latex and cotton combo or latex and tissue combo, so it's totally up to you.
She's saying here that we have many different types of prosthetics, okay? She's using some latex ones. I think mine are latex too. I basically bought mine in cold storage, okay? These are like Halloween gift stores. So I have a couple of horns here, okay, which I'll be pasting the same as her, somewhere up here. And it's got a nice pink base, so it'll meld in with my look.
To you.
Okay.
And yeah, you can just go wild with your imagination. So I think the number one tip when I am using prosthetics or anything that I stick on my face is safety first. Always make sure that you're using skin safe products, just to make sure that you don't get any breakouts or any allergies. And also you can do a patch test if you have new products.
Okay, that's very good advice. Okay, if you're using prosthetics for the first time, some people have latex allergies, or some people have really bad reactions to adhesives and stuff like that. So it's a good practice to do a patch test. So sometimes you can just put a spot of glue or put some latex here, cover it with a bandage, and see whether that causes you any irritation or any allergies. Okay, any allergic contact dermatitis.
You can do a patch test in small portion in your skin and see if you have any reactions to that product after a few hours. Then you know what to avoid. Also, another tip is to use safer substitute for prosthetics or anything that you put on your face, especially if you're doing like Instagram makeup. I see people who are actually using the real stuff when they are making SFX makeup. So just be safe and use materials that are flimsy and stuff that won't impale you, because I see people like using real nails on their faces or real cans. These are very popular makeup nowadays. So yeah, probably you can use for nails, you can substitute that with something like what you call this, cotton buds. You can actually create your own and just paint it silver just to look a little more realistic, you know, just to make sure that you don't hurt yourself while doing this makeup. So today I'm gonna be using these tiny horns. These are made of latex, and I actually got them a couple of years ago. I can't remember, but yeah, I was saving them for a specific look, and I also can't remember what that look is. But yeah, I
Save it for
am
me.
using this finally today, and they're a little bit hollow, so I just put some tissue inside just to create some
So same.
structure. And I already cut this to size because my forehead is a bit small, so I'm gonna make sure that it doesn't go to my brows because that's gonna hurt. So like so, it's gonna be something like this. And another tip is to make sure that your skin is oil free. So you can use any makeup remover, micellar water, or anything that is oil free makeup remover.
Okay,
Just to
oil
make
free.
sure
So
that
I'm
you
using
don't have
alcohol
any
actually,
of the
okay, to
excess
just make sure
oils
my
in your
my skin is really
This ensures that the prosthetic would stay in place for a long
oil-free.
time. It won't fall off, and yeah, it would last you throughout the whole party. So for my adhesive, I'm going to be using
Okay, got spirit gum here too.
gum. It's actually great for applying latex prosthetics and fake beards.
Yeah, so if you don't close them properly, these tend to get stuck. So I try to, once a week I'll just come and loosen it up so I don't get it
Hard
stuck.
to open. It is dried out.
Okay.
I'm going to start applying it as soon as I open it. Oh my God. Okay, I think I need reinforcement. Hold on. So I actually just opened it myself. Oh, anyway, so spirit gum is actually, I think, alcohol based. It smells a bit like alcohol, so make sure that you don't drip it in your eyes, or it doesn't get in your eyes, because I think this one's gonna sting. So just be careful, okay? And so I'm gonna mark down the area where I'm gonna put my prosthetics. So from here, I want it to be around here. It's touching my brows, but I think it's okay, right? So I'm gonna get a sponge and some powder, and I'm just gonna mark the area where the edges are.
Oh wow, okay, so this is a really smart way to do it. So she's basically just marking the area with powder so that keeps it quite dry also. So I'm going to have my horns here. So she put it right above the pupil, okay, so that's a good place for horns. Let's just position it there. And I'm going to use my powder. Oh yeah, you can see it. And just mark it really, really, really nicely. And you can roughly see. Okay, so I'm going to use my spirit gum all the way
But I'll
around.
know where to put the adhesive exactly.
Okay, so this is the Meron spirit gum.
That
You can get it off
adhesive here.
Amazon. It's almost impossible to find this in Singapore if you don't, So you really have to order it online.
I'm gonna let it dry for a bit.
Okay, and she
And
also
also
applies it
with
onto the adhesive itself, onto the
adhesive.
prosthetic itself. She also applies it onto the prosthetic itself.
And the prosthetic itself, just the edges.
Okay, so this doesn't even this doesn't really feel like latex. Mine is probably plastic or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
Let me see that.
I'm gonna let it dry for a while.
Okay, she didn't mention this, but spirit gum, one way to activate it is to use your finger and just tap. Okay, and this gets it tacky, and this gets it even stickier. Okay, because it gets tacky from contact and heat or something like that. So make sure you have things to wipe your finger off with. And once it's tacky, you can place your horn right.
Anyway, I think that's okay now, and I'm gonna flop it back here like that.
And press it down.
From here, I can just press down,
Okay.
make sure I secure it. And if you see areas that it's not sticking well, you can always go back with your adhesive and put more underneath, like so.
Okay, let's do the other side. The only thing about spirit gum is that it's water soluble. Okay, so that if you sweat, it will come off. An alternative to this would be Prosade.
Now I have horns. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side.
Just doing prosthetics together.
I'm going to mark down the area with powder. Make sure it looks equal. And then we're going to put our adhesive. Let it dry for a while. And be patient. And also don't put too much. Aside from the adhesive like running down your face. It tends to make the prosthetic slide down if you put too much. And also put some as well on your prosthetics. Wait for it to get a bit sticky before you plop it in.
Yeah, or you can just use your finger and tap it. That activates spirit gum.
I also have this really fun thing that I got from Daiso. It's a manual fan that I got. Yeah. And I think that's good now.
I usually just stand in front of my air conditioning.
Now I'm just gonna take off the excess powder, like so. Is it even?
It's even, it's even.
Like, I'm not convinced it's even, but
Okay.
yeah.
Horns for both of us.
I think it is.
Cool.
Hold on.
Cool, alright.
Yeah, okay, cool. So that's it. That's an easy way to apply your prosthetics. From here you can paint it anything you want. I'm gonna paint this with
Okay, so she'll be back later to
face
teach us
paint.
about fake scars while I show you how they do another kind of prosthetic. Okay? So, okay, Lei will come back to see us later. Lei's amazing, okay? I sent her a few questions and she has very kindly answered. She's a bit shy, so I don't think she wanted to do a live Zoom chat thing, but I so appreciate that she did it this way instead. Okay, so now I've got more prosthetics. I bought these prosthetics from this company on Etsy called Horrific Kit. Okay, she does silicone prosthetics. So instead of latex, I use silicone. And I have these scars, okay? These V and W scars, okay? So my demon, Snatch Wonder demon today, is going to be so obsessed with Victoria Wonder Snatch that he carves her initials into his chest. Okay, these stay on pretty well. Gotta make sure that the chest is clean, free of any oils. I bought 3 sets, okay, of VW, so they're gonna just go all the way around the chest, like a bit like a necklace of VW, so it looks like a zigzag like that. Okay, and for this I'll be using Prosade. Okay, Prosade is the other kind of adhesive that you can use. It's basically used for medical adhesives and stuff, so it doesn't really come off when you sweat as much. A lot of people use this to block their brows and everything, but it's really a bitch to get off. You will need to use a special adhesive remover for that. Okay, I'll probably try to zoom you in around this area. Okay, if you're sensitive to alcohol, you can use micellar water, as Lei mentioned. So today's video is going to be a bit of a mishmash of a few tutorials. We've got prosthetics. I'm going to try to show a little bit of the new Drag King makeup. This new oppa, anime, boy, K-pop idol look. Okay, so we have the VW, and these are silicone. Okay, so it's going to go VW, 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 all the way across here. Alright, so I've started with the middle ones. Okay, so basically all you do is once you find the area you want, you just use a Prosade and you apply it the same way you apply the spirit gum. So you apply it to the back of the prosthetic, a very thin layer. Okay, and then you apply that to your skin as well. Okay, when it dries, it should dry clear like this one. The good thing about these silicone prosthetics is that they really conform to the contours of your skin. Yeah, and you only use stuff that you can throw away, so these disposable sponges are great for this. Okay, make sure that the Prosade is nice and thin. Don't forget to always close up your glues. Okay, if not they dry out, become sticky and gross. And if you need to clean your hands, you might need to have a prosthetic adhesive remover, okay, which you can buy together with the prosthetics you buy. Okay, so what I use this Telesis extra strength adhesive remover. I think I got this off Amazon, or you can also buy it from sometimes in the place where I get my breast forms, they have these too. Okay, and for this next step, I have acetone, okay, 100% acetone, and this dissolves the edges around the prosthetics, okay? And what you need is also maybe some Q-tips. Okay, I've got these special makeup Q-tips with a big paddle. So acetone is very volatile. Make sure you know open flames. Pull the edge and melt. So just using the acetone, it basically dissolves the silicone. Okay, and you can use it to just melt the edges into your skin. Just touching the acetone will cause the silicone to basically break apart. Okay, there seems to be a bit too much glue here still. Okay, so while I do that, I'm just gonna see some of these few questions that that Lei answered for me. Okay, so she says she's a Halloween queen. She started makeup for Halloween, okay, for her kids for trick or treat and everything, and they went in full makeup. And I guess she found she really had a skill for that. She has been featured on so many lists, okay, from Pop Sugar to Allure to the Maron website. She's also the winner of the Nick's Face Awards in Singapore in 2018. She said that she has done Halloween Horror Nights before, but that was a learning experience. But I think now mainly she does stuff for Instagram, and she's got like over 40,000 followers on Instagram. Okay, I'm just gonna finish this off really quickly and I'll be back to paint myself pink. Alright, so after they dry, they kind of look pretty good, okay? And I've just been finessing the edges a little bit with the acetone. Okay, I guess this is pretty much what you use when you do a bald cap also. Okay, and now I've primed my face with some milk, and I'm gonna go in with my pink foundation. So today's look is inspired by the likes of Sukuna and also a whole bunch of other pink kind of demons that I found around. I just painted myself red, so I didn't want to go with the red route. Okay, gotta make sure it gets away all the way around the horns. Should get the ears. Alright, and I'm going to use my 070 for my highlight. I'm going to use a brush to fill in all the way around the horns. So my contour for today is going to be pretty much a more feminine contour. Okay, I want this demon to look a little bit softer, but still not as harsh as my previous Snatch Wonder looks. I'm going to map out my brows with some red first and then fill them in with black later. So clean it up with some white. I'm just going to powder this really quickly and I'll be right back. Okay, so powdering the white and then with the translucent. Okay, and the rest of the body I'm going to do with body paint. Okay, just brush this off. Okay, today I'm using my Be Perfect Carnival 3 with all the pinks and purples here to contour and the black to do my brows. Okay, I'm just going to go back and contour first. I'm going to use this dark pink bloom. I'm just going to contour. Okay, a very high contour for Snatch Wonder. Bringing the contour down this way. So instead of rounding my face out for Wonder Snatch, I'm doing this kind of a S shape. Snatch Wonder. Snatch it upwards this way and bring it down that way. And with my angled brush, using the black, I'm going to fill in the end of this brows. Okay, so it ombres into the red in front. For guy makeup, you want a heavier brow. So we'll be contouring that into our eye socket too. Okay, priming pink. This is going to seriously stain my eyes, I think. So for the nose contour for men, remember it's not as snatched as a Wonder Snatch. It's a Snatch Wonder, so it's all the way almost on the side here and straight down. Okay, and into the socket. So there's still some lift, but everything goes down that way a little bit more. Okay, great. Okay, let's contour that eye now. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with bloom still, okay? Using some chili pepper, the red. Let's deepen up the... Okay, going in with the darker, using purple this time. Problem with this Be Perfect palette is that it's getting hard panned. So for Snatch Wonder, I will be using mainly my own socket there. Much lower than what I would do for Wonder Snatch. This also brings the eyes closer together. On the outside corner here too. Okay, so instead of the female, I'm going out and a little bit down as well. I'm going to use a black later to really intensify that. But that's the idea. Now using a smaller brush. In fact, using one of these brushes, I'm going to use the black to intensify the crease right there. It's almost like my own crease. And for the black, just bring it all the way around. It's kind of like demon makeup. Okay, now going back in with the purples, I'm going to use that to blend out, to intensify the nose contour. And also my regular contour here. So remember the S shape, let's just intensify that and blend it out. Okay, so much for the K-pop look. Alright, so I've got the main structure of the face down. I'm going to add a few more touches here and there, and I'll be right back to do the scars, alright? Now we're back, and I've deepened up the eyes there, okay, to give myself a more devilish look. So I'm going to do a scar across my neck, and we're going to follow Lei as she teaches us how to do that.
Yeah, I'm also going to be showing you how I create fake scars. So
she
for
uses
fake
red
scars,
paint.
I usually start with a bright red paint. You can also use lipstick, whatever you have, you can use that. I prefer to start with a lighter color so that I can add some dimension to it using an eyeshadow. So depending where you want to put your scar or how big it is, I'm just gonna use my arm for this. I'm gonna start with just a, can you see it? A line. Or maybe I'll put it on my face. It'll be easier. Okay, so what I do is I'm gonna
So nice wound right across
do
the neck.
like a ragged shape. It doesn't have to be super perfect. So this one is going to be the deeper part of the wound. So this is going to be the starting point of our fake wound or scar or whatever. I think it's dry a bit, and I'm going to be using this palette. It's actually a contour palette from Tarte. And as you can tell, I'm obsessed with this product. I've been using it ever since I got it. So I actually love this palette so much. And I like to use paint brushes to do the detailing because they're tiny and they can really
So
get
she's using a
into the
contour palette,
crevices.
dark browns
So I'm
and
gonna get
dark
a dark
brown.
color, not black, not yet. Just a dark brown color like this. I'm gonna load my brush for that one. Some people use dark red. You can also use that. You can use dark red paint to create the depth inside the wound. But I just find eyeshadows to be a lot easier. So we're gonna start
So using a pencil brush.
here. And I'm just gonna
Let's see.
shade
She's a really good teacher. Okay, so once this is dry,
area. See,
I'm going to put in some
You look at it,
shadows.
it kind of looks a bit deep. So the more that you shade, the darker the color of your shading is, the deeper it looks. So I want this cut to look a bit deep in this area as well. And here.
If you're going to use a James Charles palette, this really dark reddish brown, and use that one instead.
And maybe you get a clean brush to buff out the edges. You can use black too, but I just feel like if you start with black, it's gonna be too dark and it will make the whole thing muddy. So if you look, it's starting to take shape. I think I will put a little black in this area because I want it to look more like it's a deeper cut in this area here. And then we're going to do some highlighting. Now you can highlight with, it depends on what your base color is. So if you have a colored skin, like pink, blue, whatever, you can mix the base color with a bit of white and then highlight it with that color. Or you can use, I like using Snatchoween, what do you call this, Clown One. It's their cream paint, and I use this for highlighting as well. Sometimes I use this to highlight, but I feel like if I want a harsher highlight,
so it's not highlighting around to make it look more real
line, because this one is wax based, so it tends to give a very opaque line, so I need to buff it out when I'm using this one. But this one just blends so well. Cream paints blend so well on top of face paints, so I tend to use this one. And also you can use concealer.
Just gonna use my Super Beauty
your shade of foundation. So it depends, but I think I'm gonna be using this one. So I'm gonna highlight where you put the dark shade. Like that. And you can also buff out the edges if it's too, what do you call this, too harsh. The highlighting seems too harsh. You can buff it out. You don't need to highlight everything, by the way, just on in areas where you feel like, you know, you need like the skin.
It's a bit more like a choker now.
Like it's,
but I'm gonna paint the rest of my pink, my body pink first.
On that area. So from here you can add some fake blood to it. I'm just gonna be using a dark red face paint, and also don't put too much, cause
okay, I'll do that later.
Yeah, you don't want to cover your hard work with blood. Same with prosthetics. When you're using fake wound prosthetics, just put a little bit, just enough, basically. You know, you don't want to cover everything with fake blood. And this one I'm going to be using toothbrush, so I'm going to be spackling the area with paint. So I'm just going to cover my face and do like so. If you want more, then you can concentrate on an area like that. Easy, right? Super easy. So those are my little tips on applying prosthetics and working with prosthetics in general, and also applying or making your own fake wound using paint. And I hope that you learned a little something from me. Again, thank you so much for having me, Victoria, and I will be finishing the rest of my makeup, and
thank you.
I'll see you soon.
Okay, so cool. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to go and finish off my makeup too, okay? And I'm going to be back at the finished look, all right? I'm filming a ton of TikToks actually. So actually, as a second part of this video, I'm actually going to have a behind the scenes of me trying to do all these TikToks, all right? So catch me on TikTok and I'll see you in a bit. And this is the finished look. Snatch Wonder as a pink demon inspired by Sukuna, and so obsessed with Victoria Wonder Snatch that he carved her name right across his chest. And my sister is here. She helped me paint my armpits, and I'm actually airing my armpits. Oh no, did it transfer again?
No,
Oh, no.
Just shadow.
I'm actually airing my armpits because she helped me paint my entire body pink. I even have like back tattoos. And we're going to do a whole bunch of TikToks. And we also vlogged this whole thing, so stay tuned later this week for a vlog video of painting my whole body pink. I think I'm going to call Lei Wink818 to show her my gorgeousness. Okay, I'm calling Wink818 right now. Hi, this is my demon look, Lei. How do you like it? Hey, you froze. Oh yeah, it's freezing a little bit, but this is my demon look. I did the horn same as you. Painted my hands. I painted my whole body pink.
You did the whole thing with the...
Yeah, see. I painted my whole body pink.
How did you paint it?
My sister is here to help me. So demon, male demon fantasy. Oh, my ears for me.
Somewhere.
Going nowhere. I'm just gonna take all this off.
It's so good.
Thank you. You look amazing too. I can't wait to put the two pictures together. So yours is like the daddy, and I'm the pesky little son, the little demon son.
It's so cool. I love the letters.
Yeah. Oh, you can see, right?
Yeah,
Carved into my chest. All right. Thank you so much for the collab.
party or something.
Thank you so much for the collab, Lei.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you for all the hot tips for prosthetics.
Thank you so much.
All right. I'll see you soon. Bye. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Alright, so that was Wink818. Thank you for the collab again, Lei. I hope you enjoy my Snatch Wonder pesky little demon look. And if you like this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And ring that bell for post notifications, alright? Alright, see you next week. Oh, this one needs whole body. Man.
Yeah. How far back can you go?
I don't want to take it off. Huh? Feminine anime demon. Snatch Wonder. Snatch Wonders never look so pretty. Oh, and I also painted thin lips. I didn't want to go for the usual feminine lips, the usual women lips, so this looks more manly, kind of. And don't forget to check out my other Snatchoween videos. I collabed with Wilma Fingerdo 2 weeks ago and Acid Rain last week. Who am I going to do next week? Stay tuned to find out. Bye.